You talk about the public being bullied by Baba Mohbad's friends or his team. So now we can have public victimization. In other words, anybody with an opinion or anyone that asks a question or inquisitive is victimizing the subject matter. Let's not forget, in my village, I know a group of women called What is in a Husband. They are a bunch of women who believe they don't need a man. There are women who send boys to jail every day. Girls send boys to jail every second of the day on false accusation. So we should please be careful of what we promote or what we repeat, because the hearers can take it and run with it. Asking Wunmi for DNA, asking Wunmi to speak about what she knows in an ordinary setting. Somebody is gone. Your closest friend, your husband, your neighbor is gone. If your neighbor is gone and you live in a compound, the police, the people, and other neighbors have a right and duty to ask you, were you home at 12 o'clock when it happened? What happened? What did you hear? How did you hear it? What were you doing when you heard it? What did you do after you heard it? What happened? So asking questions cannot be tantamount to victimization, my brothers and sisters. This case,
I need us to engage properly, so I'm not stopping you or interjecting, but I think we need to carry on. So, do you think the manners, the way in which Joseph Aloba went by requesting the DNA in the first place, do you think it's a civil way of doing it? Do you think it was right for him to have requested DNA through Brekete or through a radio broadcast or radio television, actually inviting third party to engage in a family matter? Do you think it was right to do that? Do you think it's fair on Wunmi for him to have done it the way he did?
yeah, IT man, let me respond to that succinctly without any misunderstanding. I think verbatim, Joseph Aloba did everything that he knows how to do, the way he knows how to do it. Joseph Aloba does not and should not and must not have the same approach to life like you and I. You and I have our ways of doing things. He has his way of doing things. Wunmi also did things her own way. Nobody in my family member or in my immediate vicinity that I know, in my 60 years of life, nobody of that age, of that status, can talk to their father-in-law the way Wunmi has spoken to that man. But you know what? A lot of people feel she's entitled to it. That she did the right thing. So Joseph Aloba doing things the way he knows how to do it, we cannot castigate him for that. If the family, in my opinion, the entire family member, from Wunmi to Joseph to Obama, Mohbad, they are all dysfunctional. This is the most dysfunctional family I've ever heard of in my entire life. Take it from America to Canada to UK to Belgium to Nigeria to my village. This family, they are worse than the Kardashians. So what we should be doing is learning. We're learning from the experience that they put out. And look, my brothers and sisters, we're speaking for the generality of the population. If anybody feels that I don't see anybody that has any hate towards Wunmi, or I don't see anybody that hates Joseph.
Yeah. Hold on, African. When the slanging match between Joseph Aloba and Wunmi Cynthia, right, started when Mr. Joseph Aloba indirectly labeled Wunmi Ashana by instigating the idea that she will put something in Mohbad's food and go and do Ashana business and come back. And it was due to the impact of that, the ripple effect of that word was what Wunmi herself reacted to. Do you think it's responsible for a man of that stance? As we don't want to make excuses for him, and we know education in a learned way doesn't actually signify your integrity as a human being, as a man of God, as someone who is holier than thou, as someone who wears sutana and carry his Bible. He started the whole process of insult, and he got what may not be due to him, but in retaliation, because you have unjudiciously labeled someone Ashana. Why is the question? Why? Because when you start a process, no, hold on, let me just say, when you start a process, and you in a city or in a compound or probably in a street where everybody live in a glass house, and you throw stones that way and you break someone's glass, and when they throw it your way and it breaks your glass, then you now have problem with the situation. Thank you.
Okay, IT, I'm going to respond in 2 minutes to this question. First, that there's an adage that says there is no smoke without fire. You have asserted just now that Joe Bag started the rigmarole. That's your own opinion. I don't know when the two people fell apart. I am yet to pinpoint who lit the match when they fell apart, because as far as I know, they were all good until Mohbad passed away. Now, let's look at it like this. If I lean towards you that he started by calling her Ashana, let's not be misinformed. He is not the only one that has mentioned that this lady was in the habit of doping Mohbad. That did not come from him alone. So him saying that has a basis in his mind. He knows something. There is a reason justifying him saying that. Now, the question we should be asking him is, prove it. We should not castigate him for speaking his own truth. When your son tells you something, and as a father, your son now eventually passes away, and you're hearing rumors of infidelity, even before in hotels, the lady would not come home. There is a reason he said those things. So even if he called her Olosho number one.
Here. African TV, I have a question. When you say,
Yes,
Baba said, Wunmi, and we are having healthy discussion right here, there are two questions that I want to ask. When you said Wunmi has not come out and tell you guys what happened, what do you mean by that? Because from what I know, she has been questioned by the police, and she's not the only one. She has also been questioned, okay, by what you call it, the corona inquest. Secondly, when you said Baba is not the only one who is castigating her, who else? Because I'm not going to say what he says about her. Who else came out and corroborate what Baba is saying? I just want to know.
Okay, first, I don't think tonight that you've heard from me that Wunmi has not come out to say everything. I don't think I've said that tonight. Now,
you
who
said,
else has asserted?
You said,
hold on, madam. Let me finish now. Let me finish. I gave you time to speak.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, if there's something that's not clear about, you can come back. Now, again, I have not said tonight, unless I'm not sure that I said Wunmi has not said everything. But on the issue of calling her names, asserting that she was promiscuous, Prime Boy has said that under oath in the inquest. Baba has said that there is the issue. We have the stories of our relationship in the Malians. Now, you were not there, I was not there, but these facts are in the public domain. Nobody should delude themselves that these things have not been said or heard. Now, my point before you came in was there is no smoke without fire. These people, Baba spoken, Prime Boy spoken, who was that guy who went to Very Dark Man? The guy that spoke with Very Dark Man and the early stages of this. All those assertions, they have basis, they have a source. Now, I'm not saying calling out names by father-in-law is a good thing. No, but something prompted all this. When did these two people become enemies? If we can identify when and the cause, then we can begin to mend bridges or lay blames. But is this where we are going, my brothers and sisters? I came in because of widow victimization. I don't want us to promote what is not. This is the most dysfunctional family that I have seen in my entire years. And the lesson here is everyone be guided. Watch your family members and you as an individual, your character, your behavior to your husband, to your wife, to your girlfriend. You should be guided. Learn. If, let's take for instance, for example, if truthfully we're able to prove that this lady was doping her boyfriend, her husband, I'm saying hypothetically, if it's proven, if it is proven, do you think that's the way the world should be? Do you think the man should not have voiced out? The man has
African
every right
TV.
to say what he knew.
African television. You were
Yes.
involved in this
Right,
whole
right,
process
right.
from the inception. Let me do this very quickly. You were involved in this process from the inception, and you probably will be the first voice of concern regards to the DNA. Now, when this whole matter was fresh on the ground, and Yabo Ojo started this whole thing, and VDM probably even propagated it, and then you went full on it. What were you trying to achieve at the time?
Thank you. My achievement remains the same today, yesterday. Number one, paternity fraud is growing daily.
Are you trying to accept that you started the victimization? Is that what you are doing? Are you accepting that you started the victimization?
Sir,
Yes.
maybe we need to go into this